Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another royal news video. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. We got out and enjoyed the sunshine. We took the dogs on some woodland walks, which is incredible this time of year. I love spring because two of my favourite plants come up, and combined the smell is divine. That is garlic plants, the garlic flower, and then bluebells. I love wild garlic. It smells incredible, and with the combination of the bluebells when you're in a densely packed woodland or forest area, oh, it's magical. It really does put me in that springtime mood. The dogs absolutely love it, strangely, as well. They love the smell of wild garlic. You literally have to yank their leads to get them out of it. We also decided, whilst the weather was good as well, you've got to take these opportunities when you can, and we went to Hayling Island. Hayling Island is near Portsmouth. It's somewhere that if you grew up in the south of England, chances are your childhood at some point you would have gone on a caravanning or camping holiday there. I'd never been there as a kid, but my husband had, so it was really nice bit of nostalgia for him walking around. They've got lovely walks that you can do around the whole island. The beaches are beautiful. Obviously they are pebbled beaches unless the tide goes out and you'll get a bit more sand, but the water was so clear. The dogs had an amazing time. They love going to the beach. They love charging up and down the sand when the tide goes out. Leela was a little bit hesitant with some of the rocks, but that's because she's got a one eye, so she's her judgment sometimes when she's jumping rock to rock may not be great. But no, they had a fantastic time, so it was a good weekend for us. Now, moving on, let's start on with the first royal news video this week, and that is today is a very special day because it's not only St George's Day, but it is Prince Louis's 6th birthday. The youngest child of the Prince and Princess of Wales that has got so much personality that people love seeing him now that he's older, going to events and engagements. He is always sure to be entertaining the photographers at the very least, and then also his family. He is absolutely full of beans. He's such a fun kid and he's a delight to watch. Now, as of this morning when I got up, I did quickly check the newspapers and I wasn't surprised to see that there had been no photograph released into mainstream print. Normally, Catherine and William provide a photograph. It's embargoed until the next day and then it's normally in print. The fact that we didn't see the photograph, many of us on royal Twitter thought perhaps it's Catherine and William saying no chance, not after the treatment that she received, the worldwide media storm that was created over a woman recovering from an operation that shared a beautiful photograph of her family taken by her husband. She got dragged over hot coals. In fact, the way Catherine was treated in that photograph was analysed by experts, data analysts, people that have actually worked on crime scene cases. It was like she was being investigated for murder. There was even one particular royal reporter that was so invested in breaking down the details in the photograph, he was asking for horticulturalists to tell him if a particular tree was in season. That's the sort of investigative journalism that you would expect, again, maybe in a serious case, not a woman posing with her beautiful children for Mother's Day. But the Prince and Princess of Wales have been incredibly kind and gracious, and they have shared a beautiful photograph of the 6-year-old Prince Louis. And I personally am really happy that they decided to share that with the public. And I wish Prince Louis an incredibly happy 6th birthday. Now, today isn't just Prince Louis's birthday, today is also St George's Day, which is the patron saint of England. He was of Greek descent and he fought in the Roman army, and under his Emperor Diocletian, he was ordered to start burning churches, to arrest Christians, and because he was a Christian himself, he turned against his emperor and decided that he wasn't going to persecute Christians, he was going to help them. He was later captured and decapitated. Many years later, he was made a saint because he gave his life for what he believed in. But where it then shifts, it goes into legend and fable. Where he was actually of Greek descent, the story goes that George, a brave knight, slayed a dragon to save a princess. Very similar to the Greek mythology to do with Perseus, how he rescued Andromeda from the Kraken. This heroic tale of a man slaying a dragon is what I believe Harry was referencing when he said that he was going to slay the dragon, which was the media. Of course, Harry the hero with his sword, the evil dragon, which is the UK media, and of course he rescued his princess. The problem is, as it turns out, Harry's not that great at slaying that particular dragon. Yes, Harry has had another fail when it comes to his war against the media. First of all, he lost $750,000 to pulling out the mail on Sunday when he had to discontinue his case because, like most of Harry's cases, he did not have enough evidence. And the whole reason why he was even taking the mail on Sunday to court was over his security court case, which he lost in February, and he lost again last week because the judge ruled that he could not appeal it. So he had to pay that bill plus his own legal costs. Well, he might find himself now having to take a payout like fellow litigant Hugh Grant. Yes, in the current phone hacking case against News Group newspapers, Hugh Grant was made an offer that he begrudgingly accepted. He explained that now that News Group have made an offer in cases like this, if he turns the offer down, goes ahead and loses, he would then obviously suffer huge costs. But if he also wins, but the judge awards him even a single penny less than what the settlement offer is, he would have to pay the legal costs of both sides. Hugh Grant said that's expected to be about £10 million. It's a lot of money. So he's gone, all right, fine, I'll be forced to take the offer just in case. So that being said, it's not too far-fetched to think that News Group is going to make the same offer to everyone else involved in the case, including Harry. But unlike Hugh Grant, I'm not so sure Harry's arrogance will allow him to cut his losses and accept the settlement. Given the fuss that he made over Prince William accepting a settlement for the phone hacking that he and Catherine received, if Harry were to settle out of court and take the payment, it would make him look like a huge hypocrite. But then, what's new? Moving on to the next story, in some new photographs which are rather beautiful that have been released, taken by Chris Jackson, we have Queen Camilla as she visited Catterick Garrison yesterday to present medals to active and retired members of the Royal Lancers. Her Majesty was made Colonel-in-Chief in June last year, and this was her first visit to the barracks. And this particular regiment also holds a special place in her heart as her late father, Major Bruce Shand, he served with the 12th Lancers during World War II. I think these photographs are absolutely beautiful, not just of the regiment, Camilla's smile. She's looking really, really well. She is really carrying her weight forward, obviously, with the King not being able to attend as many things. I love that hat. I love the colour of the outfit. And I also love the regimental brooches. I just think these are really, really beautiful photographs. And it's nice to see her looking so well. She must be stressed, obviously, with concerns about Catherine and, of course, her husband, the King. Now, as Queen Camilla looks like she's got a smile on her face, there's going to be some people that I think are going to look like that they might have sucked some lemons. And that is, of course, going all the way over to the United States of America, Harry's new home. Sorry, guys, I couldn't help but just get that little one in. As the saying goes, if life gives you lemons, make some lemonade, or in this case, some Lemonada. Yes, Meghan's podcast, if you remember, it was being bought out by Lemonada. It was her new business venture. It got released to so much fanfare in February. It was like the first ever podcast released to the world. Not only were they going to make sure that archetypes was spread across the world with a further reach apparently than what Spotify did, they were also going to be working alongside Meghan with an exciting new series. But less than 2 months later, they've been markled. Yes, Meghan has shelved any new plans until 2025. Apparently, Lemonada thought that the launch of the Netflix and Instagram cookery and gardening show might overshadow the launch. Basically, Meghan has decided that she's used them for enough publicity. She doesn't need them anymore. It ticks the I'm going to work with grassroots organisations. I'm going to be working with a women-only organisation. Tick, tick, tick. She's got the publicity. She's now on to the next shiny new thing, which is obviously this new programme for Netflix. Well, come on. I mean, did anyone really think if Spotify, with all of the help and the money and the staff and the recording studio, if they couldn't get her to produce something, what did they honestly think Lemonada was going to be able to do? I could see this one coming from a mile off, and I'm sure you could too. Well, seeing as we started talking about lemons, let's keep going, shall we? Because I've got a couple of lemons for you. The bowls. What is it with the bowls? Meghan is handing out to her friends, influencers, these bowls of lemons, but she's advertising strawberry jam for her American Riviera orchard. I don't get it. It's not strawberry jam infused with lemon. Well, we don't know because there's no ingredients on it, but it's not got lemon rind in it. It would make more sense if her first product was actually maybe lemon curd, but no, it's lemons everywhere. It's weird because she had this thing with lemons when she was on Spotify with the dress. She sent Jill Biden lemons. Maybe it's an in joke, who knows? The one thing I do know, however, is Meghan, I'd imagine, is probably looking like that she's sucked on a lemon at the moment, because out of 50, reportedly 50 she sent out, which I find skeptical, she's only had 6 people now come forward and do the Instagram posts and promoting this product of hers. But I'm honestly beginning to wonder if all of her friends are in competition of who can do the most cringeworthy post when they do these photographs. You have got Nacho, and I think that he won it for me at this particular point. He's spreading it on toast, then he's taking a bite. Obviously, Meghan said, look, it's no good you keep posing with the jam jar. So Delphina was like, Nacho, right, come here. You're going to take a bite and you're going to look like that you're enjoying it, which, I'm sorry, he does not. But it's the slogan that he put underneath. That's what made me feel uncomfortable. Did I tell you I love your jam? I don't know. There's just something about it that gives me the ick with that picture. It's nothing against Nacho. It's just that, did I tell you that I love your jam? I don't know. It almost seems a little bit sleazy. But the crown has been stolen off of Nacho, and I would say it's definitely gone on to Abigail Spencer, who is one of Meghan's long-term friends, a dwindling pool that is, and also possibly the only Suits co-star that she still speaks to. Abigail and Meghan had recently done a cheery post together to promote another friend who also received her very own jam jar, Kelly McKee-Zyphon. Meghan has previously posed with her wearing her merchandise, and this latest one is Love Like a Mother. I say it's cheesy because look at the 3 women's face. Look at those grins. Have you ever tried to laugh like that or pose like that? Honestly, give it a go. I can't see you. I was like, I look like a horse. And all 3 of them doing it at the same time. It's not natural. It must be some sort of weird actress grin. It just doesn't look right. But it's clear from this friendship that women are all working together. You promote my product, I'll promote your product. Kelly was very dutiful with her floral and, of course, lemon arrangement. And she even got a little product placement in for herself. It's all about mums, didn't you know? But the cream of the cringe crop definitely, hands down, so far goes to Abigail, who decided to take her special lemon basket and her jam jar and decided to roll around and frolic with it in the garden with what looks like Guy, Meghan's beagle. So it's obvious then, unless she's babysitting Guy, that she has gone round to Meghan's to have these photographs taken. Perhaps Meghan is the one taking the photographs. But these are so cringeworthy. Again, she's got that really big grin that just doesn't, I'm sorry, people just don't laugh like that. But it's so bizarre. She's literally rolling around on the grass in the sunshine, promoting a bowl full of lemons with a jam jar nestled in between. It's getting all a little bit weird, but nothing surprises me. Meghan is, if anything but authentic. The fact is, this new Netflix show where it's all meant to be cooking and gardening, she's not even using her own kitchen and her own garden. She is going to be using that of her neighbours. Filming crews are already there. They did exactly the same for the Netflix docuseries Wine-a-thon, that 6-parter disaster. They hired a house. There were a few clips, however, where we saw them in the supposed Montecito mansion, like this. Now, I have always had the theory that they never bought this house, they've rented this house. Hear me out. Look at them in the kitchen. This is a photograph that you can get online. This is because the house was let out for businesses, because it was let out for music videos. You're telling me that Meghan and Harry, that spent 2.45 million on a renovation at Frogmore Cottage, they have left the kitchen exactly the same. Look at the pans. What, people moved out and left everything behind? They didn't change anything? Also, the fact, when it comes to security, Harry and Meghan are supposedly obsessed with their safety. They have moved into a house that you could rent, that hundreds of people have been in and out of it, because it was a rental property that you could hire, because it was little more than a studio. Every single room in that house, every doorway, every window, these photographs are just available on a Google search. You could not move into a less secure property if you tried. If anyone, God forbid, but if they wanted to know the house, you've got the layout of it there that anyone at the touch of their fingertips can access. It doesn't make sense to me. No, I think like everything with them, it's just more smoke and mirrors. I don't even think that these two live together anymore, and they just come together for these business ventures. But anyway, guys, I'll leave you to mull that over. I will speak to you in the comments, and I will be back, and I will see you soon, where I will be discussing the difference between Princes William and Harry's approach and attitudes to conservation in Africa, and one fallout that cannot be blamed on Meghan. So guys, I will be back with you very soon. Take care for now. Bye.